All right, moving right along to the third piece of content. We have Bubba and the Migos, the NASCAR
Oh
race.
yeah,
Walk us through the
yeah. This
walk.
was tight.
Yeah, I love it, man. There's so much energy in these photos, and it's just like the Migos at a NASCAR race. They're just like rapping NASCAR, two things you really think of going hand in hand. So just tell us how this came about.
Yeah, man. Well, like again, I was referred by a good friend to another friend that like, hey, we need a photographer. We're trying to do something new with NASCAR. We're trying to bring some different energy to it, and we want someone that like understands how to like capture that content and that energy. Um, so boom, they hit me up. It was tight because like I love cars. Like I love automotive everything. Um, So for me to be able to like go to the NASCAR race, go on the track, like go in the pits, like all that, and like capture this moment, like was like really big for me. But also it was big for like culture in itself, right? Because like you got Bubba Wallace who is you know just breaking barriers as a NASCAR racer, and this is I think what was this 2018? I think I was over there. That was when we did this. So like that's a few years ago. Not like he was a big topic this past year too, but like he's been doing this before this, and I was lucky enough to be able to be there and capture and to like then have like Migos come. Like there was more people there too. There was like Ice Cube came and like um, so a group of other people. Like I shot with like at least 10 other like celebrities that came through the space. But for me, having Migos and Bubba Wallace at the beginning of a NASCAR race and like being all up in there and like just with their energy and everyone, like kind of just like embracing the moment of like, yo, like this is cool. This is strides for like America. This is strides for sports. This is strides for people of color, for us to be like here on this stage. Um, and me and again, like I said, like for me, it's tight to be able to capture like history. Like I feel like not that it's like it's not like a presidential inauguration, but like shooting with Migos and a black NASCAR racer at NASCAR is like a big deal. Like never really seen it before like that. So like for me to be able to be there and for like a brand like NASCAR to trust me to like do some, to capture the moment and for these guys to be comfortable with, again, taking photos in a space where there's a lot going on, was tight. And like for me again, like it brings together so many worlds because I love music. My family's been deep in music. I love cars. It's all automotive racing and like to be there and capture it. The energy at a NASCAR race is crazy. Um, and then like fast forward this past year where Bubba Wallace was like a big talk with like what was going on at NASCAR and like now Michael Jordan has a team with Denny Hamlin and him. Like again, like continuing to push the envelope, but him being in the space wasn't that big of a deal back in 2018. So like more like this past year brought a lot of awareness to his situation, but he's been putting in this work and like kind of paving the way for um, a more diverse look and feel for like an industry that has lacked in the department of diversity. So for me, like I think it's pretty cool to be able to have been there, captured it, and again for this like you know, I was had to be introduced to the racers by the drivers, and then I would be introduced by the artists or the celebrities or the actors who came through, and he'd be like, "Yo, Ron's here. He's gonna take photos," and like again, I would just be like, "Yo, you guys just do whatever you guys want to do. I'm just gonna capture it. We'll pose. We'll stop and like take a couple like photos so that we're looking at the camera. But after that, like just do your thing because I'm just gonna capture you guys as natural as possible. You can see like they were having a great time, and like the less you get in the way of people having a good time, the more you will get out of them. So it's just like and like the again, the more they get more comfortable with you, or it's like you're not being annoying, you're not being pushy, you're not like aggravating, you're just there with them in the moment, and you get to like see some of like see some of that come through the photos. So I think it was tight. I had a great time. That was an amazing experience. I thought it was an amazing effort for NASCAR to like bring those worlds there too. So it was pretty cool, man.
Yeah, what photography aside, working aside, like what was your favorite part of like the day or just like the whole experience?
Man, my favorite part, I don't exactly remember like the conversation, but like when when the Migos and Bubba were at his car pre-race, there was like there was this like commentator or announcer that was live on whatever channel that was covering the race, and like he was so excited to go talk to them, and like he like kind of knew them, and then they started talking about like they said something, and they were like, yeah, then you got to dab on them, and he was like, dab on them, what's that? And it was just like this like culmination of like uh uh cultures colliding, and like learning from each other, and like enjoying each other, like people that don't know each other at all coming from different walks of life in one space to like and like all enjoying it and like doing it in good fun and fashion. It was super tight to like experience it and see. Like I think like I hope, but I think like a lot of the people that were there that day, it like maybe opened their eyes a little bit more to like the possibilities of our communities and our backgrounds like being closer to one than they were before. You know what I'm saying? So I feel for me that was tight to like see just NASCAR is a different culture. So like to see these cultures collide, for me that was the biggest thing. It's just like this is tight. Like I'm here for it and I'm capturing it all. And like it's an amazing time. It's an amazing point of view to see this thing happening.